my wife.
Ah, so nice to
And
meet
she
you.
is the designer of
พร้อมพระเจ้าค่ะ
I have we have a good time together.
Your Royal Highness, thank you so much for Trustee's 100th anniversary luncheon, grandfather. And
Timeline.
yeah.
So I showed this to my students and also I showed this to
Let me close by saying, what is it like to be a princess? So I've asked her many times, what is it like to be a princess? We don't cancel it. Hi, good to see you. I like your tie. And this is Professor Linda Aiken from Pennsylvania. Professor Versa from
idea. I think it's because the idea
I'm a trustee of the China Medical Board. My great-great-grandfather, John D. Rockefeller Sr., founded the Rockefeller Foundation in 1913, from which was born the China Medical Board in 1914, 100 years ago. All of you have helped advance his mission of advancing health in Asia. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you for making his dream come alive.
That is, the China Medical Board was instrumental in the arrangement of unique Thailand National Medical Education Conference in 1956. That was the first conference here where the medical schools and the Ministry of Public Health, stakeholders in medical education came together to discuss about future policy for Thailand.
In terms of nursing education, I think we are very proud of the China Medical Board to support the very important programs. For myself, I am the fellow of the China Medical Board for 4 years, studying towards public health.
We in China Medical Board are having this dinner not to just remember the past, but to point to the future, because that will start shortly. So let me give you 2 minutes while I come down, okay? The remaining time will be to have reflections and stories about the last 100 years. Some of it can be about CMB, but we're also welcoming comments about health in Asia over the past reflections on the partnership by our two trustees, Tom Kessinger and Suzanne Siskel.
Good evening and welcome. This is the longest-serving trustee in the absence of Mary Bullock, the chairman of our board, and our newest trustee. And we're here to convey our congratulations and our thanks, Suzanne.
Thank you all for being here. Congratulations to everyone on the incredible contributions you make to health.
So all of what we have here has been organized by these wonderful students who are, of course, ultimately the target of all of what we all do, because ultimately they are the future of health and the health professions. But let me start with, of course, President Zhen, who is the president of the Peking Medical College. And 1 minute, President Zhen, okay?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this very important historic moment, I want to, on behalf of Peking Medical College, to express our heartfelt thanks to our father, CMB. I want to invite two of my colleagues from PMC, Ms. Zhang Yuhong and Liu Huaping. Let's sing to sing a song. Happy birthday, okay? Happy birthday to Cindy. Happy birthday to Cindy. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Lincoln. It's really hard for me to express my gratitude to CND in word. But I said 100 years ago, China Medical Board was founded to establish the Peking Union Medical College, which is a college that I joined 30 years ago.
We left China in 1950. We went all through Asia, 16 countries, including Japan and Korea. And Keizo Takami from Japan.
The health is the basis of the more meaningful life for individuals. But also the health collaboration beyond the national boundary means the basis of the peace building.
Lincoln is referring to was 40 years ago when I was a medical student. I actually got exposed to a provincial hospital in Capiz, in the central Philippines, and did a little study. And it was a turning point in the lives of, I think, 8 medical students who went over there. And many of these people eventually ended up in public health and community health.
Rockefeller Foundation and CMB were the first donor come to support our school since establishment in 1995.
So it's been a wonderful privilege for me to have the opportunity to work with China Medical Board.
For 20 years, China Medical Board quietly, nobody knows about this, funded 4 medical schools consistently over the 20 years.
It is an honor, I think, to come into contact with CMB, because then only I knew who was trying to help us with the medical school.
I just want to make one historical correction. You actually never left Chinese soil. The year that you left the mainland, you came to Hong Kong.
Yeah, actually, I think if John D. Rockefeller were here tonight, he would be smiling. Looking at everything that has been accomplished by the China Medical Board over the last century.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The 6 of us are here. We represent 5 different health institutes in Thailand. We would like to share our perspective about health education system in Thailand.
Good evening. I'm Harvey Feinberg, a trustee of the China Medical Board, and it's my pleasure to be able to host this part of our program.
Understand that we work in the fabric of history, that we attempt to collaborate with others in weaving a pattern with professionals and colleagues drawn from all over the world, getting together, collaborating, exchanging ideas.
Science has bewitched us. We now equate knowledge with virtue. That we have never been at a moment in our history where we've had more knowledge. But can you honestly say that our world has been matched with virtue?
I had the honor of interacting intensely, not with the Lincoln Center 41 years ago, with the Lincoln Center only 5 or 6 years ago, when we co-chaired the Lancet Commission on the education of health professionals for the 21st century. That was exactly a vision and a roadmap for the future. The emergence of a global citizenry, the notion of a connected global society with a thirst and a hunger for knowledge that's truly unprecedented.
And the common denominator is the power of ideas.
We have to be humble and learn from the people.
I have here with me a book featuring 200 most important events in the history of health in Thailand. One of which is the 1956 conference, the first ever conference on medical education in Thailand, with the original picture in this book. Let's bring it.
We still have more work to do and to help our nurses in this region and also other regions of the world for global health.
Action of significance for the China Medical Board. And already we have heard guidance which is partly about philosophy of how we approach our work, through partnership, through two-way exchange that we heard even earlier. Some of what we've talked about is remembering also the humanity of health and in the world. Thank you, Lincoln, very, very much.
None of us know what the world of health will look like 100 years from now. But we do know that the dreams of equity in health, where every person would have access to the knowledge for good health, has not been yet achieved. But I feel passionately that the China Medical Board can join Asian universities in the second revolution, joined with the Rockefeller Foundation 100 years ago, oriented toward finishing that 20th century agenda of health equity that we have not yet reached. Thank you very much.
It's my great pleasure to say to each and every one of you, thank you. Thank you for helping us to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the China Medical Board. Thank you for being our continuing partners.